Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of VGR. My name is Richard and as always I'm here to give you a little of my view on the video game community. This is episode 7. Well, technically number 6, but we do have a lost episode that we are currently trying to find. Part 2 of A Link to the Past is still stuck in my PC. But today we have another Link adventure many people don't really talk about. It's not really an adventure since it's more or less on tracks at points. But nonetheless, with the use of the Wii Remote and not much use of this big clunk of plastic, Link's crossbow training is a lot of fun. At least for an hour, which was how long it took me to beat it more or less. I've got to say though, it's not very generic, and I don't understand why Nintendo just didn't promote the sale of the gun as a free pack-in for the game and not the other way around. Although it's a short game, so is Wii Sports, but that game is generic in every way, and it serves its purpose. But a character like Link getting a pack-in credit isn't very nice. But I'll overlook the fact that Nintendo and I have had a bit of a fallout these last few years and check out this game that got the scraps of an otherwise useless contraption. There are only a couple games that actually take use of this accessory like Resident Evil. But a lot of other games on rails don't use the nunchuck, so you'd need the Nyko gun for those, if you even need it at all. Right now Nintendo is the king of accessories. So many to count and needs its own episode. Either way, I'm here today to play and review the game. Playing this game without the Wii Remote attached to the gun is a bit easier, and I got a much better score throughout the game without it. But I'm trying it with the gun attached today just to say I did. Let's get started. At the main menu there are 4 options, starting with the score attack, which is pretty much a single player game. After you unlock all the stages, you can go back in any order and try playing the game for a better score, which gives you medals. There isn't a higher difficulty, so you just have to pretty much try and get a higher score for a better medal. There are 4 medals in all: bronze, silver, gold, and if you're really quick and don't miss any of the main enemies, there's platinum. There are 9 levels that have 3 stages in which you play those 3 stages to get an overall score. Each level has its own high score to beat, so there's a moderately high replay value, especially with the added multiplayer in which you compete with up to 4 players for the highest score. From what I see from the stage layout, there's a lot of variation between stages, so you're not going through an entire game of just shooting target circles. Let's check out some of the things you get to shoot in some of the stage layouts of the game. The first layout is a normal shooting range type game. The second is a game where you stay in one place but you move around aiming out of range to turn right or left. This next type is my favorite. You can use the nunchuck to walk while you aim out of range to turn. You have a time limit, but at least you can run and gun. The fourth type of gameplay is a moving forward version of the first target game you play in the game. you're usually on your horse Epona or on a fish. Then there's a couple occasions where you get to shoot pots a la Duck Hunt. And shoot big melons that make smaller melons, that make smaller melons, that make big booms in the sky. Each level has its own unique layout in this game, meaning that you just have to master each one separately. And if you want to, you can go to the third option on the main menu, which is practice, and try any of the stages individually. With the exception of your Mii's head sticking out on the upper left hand side, this is by all means a Link game. The music is there, the locations are there, and there's even 2 bosses at the end of the game. No sign of Ganon though. The targeting controls are even spot on. And if you don't think so, you can just go to the adjust alignment option on the main menu and adjust it to your liking. The only shame of this game is that it was too short, and it was packed in with something not really worth your time. But to tell you the truth, I bought the Zapper for the sole purpose that this game was included, meaning I thought this game on its own was actually worth the 20 bucks I paid for the bundle. With 4 players, you can play for more than an hour through the whole game. And single player can continue until you get all the platinum medals. We used to pay $20 for Tiger Electronics games that didn't even change screens. We've come a long way since then, but the rules are still the same, and the gimmicks are still here more than ever. You just have to choose which ones to accept. We just have to hope that with the integration of the motion controls into our 3 major systems this generation, and some of the game companies going into 3D, these gimmicks don't cloud our gaming experience into another industry crash. But not to bring anyone down or anything, I'm actually very excited to see where we're gonna go in these next couple years. That's all for this time. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube page for all my video updates, and stay tuned for more Video Gaming Riot. Thanks for watching.